This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know. Yeah. Whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast, no hands, stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Cool love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick, I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
How to be a better ally to fat people.
Listen to a fat person for once in your life.
How dare you?
Been privileged.
I'm a fat.
Fat oppression.
Come on.
Shaming fat people on a daily basis, threatening us with diabetes.
Pizza is a vegetable.
A lot of white allies and accomplices ask.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 23 hundo of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in that realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest K2, flexing on all
Fucking
you
Catalina one.
beaches.
The fucking Catalina one.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Making sick fucking gains today. Fam, how are we doing? Welcome to the show. Another hundo in the books. Let's get a nice little golf clap. Episode 23 hundo. For real, for real, for reals. Every once in a while we have a number, like every 100 like this. You hit like a nice flat number and like, wow. It makes you look at the number again. Then all of a sudden we get back to normal. We get back and we start crushing. But 23 hundo. 23 hundo every single day, never missed a day, 23 hundo in a row, and super stoked to have you with us. If you're brand new, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the stream everywhere you possibly can. Of course, we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Rumble, Odyssey, all that good shit. Check out all those links over there at thedailyswole.com. Check the links in the description, in the show notes. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good shit. And we got some announcements today because, fam, today is the day of Papa Swole's signature series. I don't have to tell you, fam. A lot of you are in the comments. A lot of you are in the comments saying that you picked up your P3S4, and that is available until, we got about, 6 more hours. It goes until midnight tonight. So don't miss out on that. Remember, it's Eastern time. So if you're on the West Coast, that's 9 p.m. Pacific. If you're in the UK, I guess it's, 2 in the morning or whatever the heck it is. But midnight tonight, it's no longer available. So make sure you go over there. It's swolenormousx.com/signature. I don't have the thing on the screen, but it should be in the show. It might not be in the description of the live stream, but it will be on the podcast. But anyway, I posted on the podcast. I post a little audio clip. If you haven't yet checked it out, most of you already know. If you've been listening to the show for more than like a day or two, I've been talking about it for a couple of weeks, as we already do and always do when we come up on the signature series. It drops every 100 episodes. So if you are new, these are collector's edition. These are one of a kind, unique signatures on each one. And it's a special design that's done by me personally. And it usually is very impactful and meaningful. And we've had 3 amazing releases already, starting with episode 2000. So now we're on 23 hundo. So we had 2000, 21, 22, 23, and on to the next one. So P3S4 available now. swolenormousx.com/signature available until midnight tonight. Do not wait. That's right, Nick. Do not wait until 11:59. Don't wait until 11:59 because it's gone. And once it's gone, at 12:01, 12:02, 12:03, it's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. And these are one-time prints, so don't miss out on that. P3S4 available until midnight tonight. Super stoked. And for everyone that has already purchased and picked it up, remember, you also get a certified Swole card with your purchase, and those will go out separately from your items. So make sure you keep an eye out for that too. So a little extra bonus, and those are always awesome. So to certify your amazing purchase of P3S4. All right, that being said, let's get into, where's my knowledge cock? Where's the eggplant? Where's the fucking eggplant? Where's the eggplant? There it is. All right, here we go. There we go. We got it.
Pickles.
It was bothering me for a second. Didn't see it on the side of the screen. We got a little Rufus in the corner right here. Aww. Very nice. Very nice. Sleeping and turned away, not giving a fuck as always. Let's get into today's episode. We got a great show. Let's say a hi to the fam. What's up, Wild Shallot? How we doing? Ryan, T-Cap, Loretta, Grizzly, Cerny, Pedro. What up, Bish? Let's see what we got here. Nick, Vinny, all right, Nicole, Lisa, Dawn, Frank, Dan, Annika, Pandemonium, Joe. What up, everyone? Welcome to the show. Let's get into the nut. Let's bust it open. Let's get today's card out. It's awesome. It's amazing. And I hope you are able to win today's card. Let's get a drum roll. Let's summon the Falcon. Here we go, fam. Let's get this party started. Can only bust the nut open with the voice of an angel. Put some respect on it. And of course, it's Tainty Tuesday. Of course, it's Tainty Tuesday, but today felt like a P3S4, so don't be a beach, don't be a boosh, you'll end up like Tainty Magooch. But this might be a tradition. Hashtag P3S4, drop that in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. And this is even awesome. Awesome to go along with your purchase, or if you're unable to grab one, you can still win today's Swole card. P3S4, drop that in the comments down below. And of course, that means Papa Swolio's Signature Series number 4 for a chance to win. And of course, this is going to represent episode 23 hundo. So very excited about that. Now let's moisturize and get into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right. I saw something about Danny. If you had, sometimes Swole cards go missing. We send out every single person that ever wins a Swole card or gets a Signature Series. Every single card goes out. So can't control what gets lost in the mail, but just send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. And we'll try to get that over to you, and we'll try to make that right. Whatever the issue is. Yeah, the mail sometimes sucks. Actually, recently, I had this, not an ordeal, first world problems, but I ordered 100-pound dumbbells, and one of the dumbbells just came, it just showed up on the doorstep. It had like chips on it. And the other one, I guess, got lost or got damaged in transit. So for some reason, ordering heavy dumbbells online is just a brutal ordeal in order to get them, I suppose, in one piece. The box today, it was pretty funny. The box that came with one of the dumbbells today, the replacement, that box looked like it got sat on by fucking Lizzo. Like, for
you can be
while.
fat and be healthy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
It legit got sat on by Lizzo. This thing looked absolutely jacked up. But it came just like I did. Oh. Yeah, USPS is brutal right now. So that's the problem with the mail. And you can imagine, you know what? It's pretty impressive, I would say. We always talk about this when there's an issue with the mail. It is impressive that, it's impressive that anything gets delivered. Think of all the envelopes, just the chance of one slipping through the cracks or something like that. There's so many things that can go wrong with sending this little skinny fucking letter. So anyway, make sure that you follow up. Again, support@swolenormous.com if you are missing something. We try to get them all out. Certified Swole cards, we can make that happen. Other Swole cards, it's going to be kind of hard to replace those. But send us an email. We'll try to make that right. Let's see. Yesterday, we had some amazing releases. Swole Fam Accountability Meeting was live. We have some brand new drops in the Swole Studio for Premium and Unlimited members. We got Swole 7 Core Round 5, Level 2 Heart Openers, and Legs Alpha, and brand new yoga class, Therapeutic Total Body Yin with Alex. What a great class. I hope, if you haven't tried this class yet, go and do so. Epic fucking class. Thank you, Alex, for an amazing class. Now available. If you're a member, check your updates tab that we dropped that yesterday. Fire. If you did try it already, drop that in the comments. And after you try the class, drop a comment. Let us know what you thought about the class. Let Alex know what you thought about the class. When you do it, just leave a comment under the video. So Therapeutic Total Body Yin. But of course, we're getting to the tip. We have those new releases. But fam, have I told you a story about what we got coming up next week? I thought I had it open. For shame. Absolutely shameful. Shameful I don't have that open. We've been talking about it all week, so it's nothing that you haven't heard already. Let me get that up on the screen. We have our Back to Swole release party. So next Monday, a week from yesterday, we have major new releases. So for members, same thing, 12 noon Eastern time, live call, but we just drop extra amazing releases. It's like a nuclear explosion. So be there for Back to Swole release party this coming Monday, the 29th at 12 noon. It's going to be fucking fire. You are going to love these new releases. A lot of things that we've been wanting to drop for a long time. And of course, the following weeks, we're busting so many nuts on the content. We're just jizzing everywhere. Content galore, content bukkake is coming, and we're going to be closing out the year strong. Now, a lot of you probably don't think that far in advance, but it is August. We're coming up on September, so it's September, October, November. I mean, it's fuck your resolution season. We are ramping right into fuck your resolution season after Back to Swole. So don't worry. When the candy comes, right, the binge eating comes, when all that starts raining down and everyone really starts punching out, the weather gets colder and everyone's like, cool, I get to wear my oversized sweater and just be a fat fuck. We have the content for you. We are going to keep on making sure that you are all making sick fucking gains this entire season. It's Swole season all year round, baby. We got you. We got your back. So Back to Swole release party coming up. And not only that, we have our Swole Fam Roundtable this Thursday. Can I get a, yeah, let's get American. Yeah! Fam-wise, this Thursday, the episode will be private. So we'll be here today and tomorrow. And then Thursday, for members only live call round table. So we got that group discussion this Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern time. Mark your calendars. These are awesome. 2 weeks ago, we had our last round table. And let me tell you, it was fantastic. It was amazing. Now, we never try to outdo the previous round table. They just outdo themselves. They get better and better. So be there this Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time for the round table. And it's going to be fire. Have a full-blown conversation with other members of the Swole fam and myself. We'll take questions. We'll shoot the shit for a couple hours. It's going to be fire. So 5 p.m. this Thursday, August the 25. Now let's get into those first Swole fam posts.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? You don't want to know. First post here from the Bearded Filipino. Good morning, Swole fam. Starting the elimination diet today. Tired of feeling bloated all the time. Breakfast this morning, grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef and 3 eggs. Let's go. Indeed. Nice.
And that's the way, I like it.
Nice. Fucking shit. Grass-fed ground beef. That's a great mix. If you want to have some kind of a breakfast scramble, we have that recipe in the kitchen, by the way, for members. We have a breakfast scramble and you put some raw cheese, you get some pastured eggs, you get some grass-fed ground beef, and oh, it is amazing. Mama Solia made a little breakfast scramble, was it 2 days ago? And man, yesterday morning, there was a little bit left over. She made it yesterday morning. She ate most of it and I had the last little bit. Oh, it was so good. I got half chubbed when I had it. It was so good. So check that out. We have that recipe inside the kitchen in Humorous X, so check that out, members. All right, fam. We got a post here from Drew, and Drew writes, I had a pound of ground beef. Look at this guy. I had a pound of ground beef, 6 eggs, and an avocado for breakfast at 9:30 a.m. yesterday. Didn't even think about food until dinner last night. Had a nice leg session during my toddler's nap yesterday afternoon. No excuses, fam. He didn't say that. I'm saying that. No excuses. Kid takes a nap, make those fucking gains. A pound of ground beef, 6 eggs, and avocado for breakfast. Didn't even think about food until dinner last night. I'm surprised you thought about food for a week. That is a huge fucking meal. Good for you, man. Pounding it. Making those gains. Oh, and we have an update from our boy Jacob. Let's see what Jacob's got. Nice hairdo, bro. Nice undercut. Jacob writes, gonna be honest with you, fam. After damn near 3 years, I still have slip-ups. I got too comfortable in my ways and let some old habits slip in. Nothing crazy and nothing I cannot control. Nothing I didn't see for what it was. I just chose to do them. That's on me, and it's on me to call a spade a spade. I've always been honest with all of you, and that will never change. Next month is my first mile marker I set for myself, so gonna set the course and get to the pit stop. The progress photos are obviously not what I wanted this month, but like I said, I fucked up. The only thing to do is do better today, tomorrow, and the next. Much love, fam. Appreciate the feedback. All right, brother. Thank you for the update. Make sure, no more slip-ups, man. No need to slip up. Like you said, you just chose to do them. I would maybe navigate why. If you're making progress and you're doing things properly, there's no need to slip up. You're setting your new path, setting your goals, your new focus. I'm more curious as to what the details of that is. Slip-ups, it's very easy. And I always say this, and good job, Jacob. I appreciate sharing. I appreciate you being transparent as always. But one of the things I want you to be aware of is when you have those situations where you say, okay, just get back on the pony. Just get back on it. You slip off, you fall down, you get back up. Sure, you fall down and get back up. But you can also get really comfortable with, that mindset of, well, if I fall off, I'll just get back on. Well, you don't want to keep that vicious cycle going. Well, I fell off. Okay, no big deal. I'm going to get back on. But if you do that all the time, then you're just not being consistent, right? So it's important to be transparent. It's important to be honest. It's important to be humble. And it's important to look yourself in the mirror. And like Jacob said, when you know you fuck up, you fuck up. But at the same time, make sure that you're not leaving that open as an excuse to fall off frequently. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. It's very easy to get into that mindset of it's okay to fall off because I'll just get back on. But then you're really just not consistent. And that's really the reality of it in many cases. So just keep that in mind. Ryan, hashtag go to the fucking gym. And what we're looking at, if you're just listening, we have a whiteboard here. Let's see. Train. We got a lot of things up here. Train or be punished. Oh my God. We have the 7 pillars at the top. Very nice. And a nice little warm up here. Just says go to the fucking gym. And we have a little bit of a workout here. Very nice. Good for you, Ryan. You certainly did go to the fucking gym. You better have done it. You better have done it. You didn't just write on the board and take the picture. Did you? Did you, Ryan? Did you just take a picture of the whiteboard and act like you did it? Or did you actually do it? All right. Just checking. Just checking. Just checking, bro. Just checking. Just checking. I'm watching.
Ever served in a forward area?
Papa's always watching. All right. And from our Swole Fam discussion board on Swolenormous X, Tim writes, hi, my name is Tim. I'm 42 and used the vid as an excuse to be lazy and not trained. With 4 kids and a career that is both physically and mentally taxing, I made the decision to get back in the game. About 10 days ago, I came across Papa Swolio and Swolenormous X and really liked what I saw. Currently doing the 90-day dash and really enjoying it. I have looked at Swole Season and Scorched Earth, but want to finish the 90-day dash first. Really enjoying the podcast and need to explore the text. The recipes are awesome, and I really can't wait to see what lies ahead. Hashtag go the fucking gym. Excellent. The text. Not sure what you mean by that, but welcome. Glad you're enjoying the show, Tim. Welcome to the fam, and I'm glad you're crushing the 90-day dash, and I think that's a great thing. It's great to look ahead and know what you're going to do. It's great, and it's actually really important to have a plan so you don't just flounder afterwards. You can repeat the 90-day dash again, but I think it's important to look ahead. You're looking at Swole Season, you're checking out Scorched Earth, and then when you're done, you have that set in stone, you have that plan set in place so you don't waste any time or you don't start sliding backwards and get out of that flow. So it's great to look ahead and maybe take a recovery week or some kind of deloading or more yoga or swole guard, do the primer week again or whatever, what have you, or just jump right in depending on how you're feeling when you finish up the 90-day dash. So excellent. Finish what you're starting and yeah, absolutely. Just keep on pushing. Good for you. Excellent. All right, fam. Let's get some gorillas. And let's get into some questions, shall we? Welcome, everyone. All new members. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what we got. Episode 23 Hundo. Let's see what questions we got. Drop them in the comments if you have live questions with the hashtag AskPapaSwolio. And we'll take some questions. Let's take the first one from Instagram as you all on the live stream are going to type in your questions now if you have them, and we'll let those filter in. From D.H. Dwanil, 18, Papa Soy, I lost 30 pounds, but I feel like I'm losing motivation on my will to go on with diet. Any advice? What's up, D? I do have advice for you. Number 1, the use of the term motivation is a lost cause. Fuck motivation. I'll say it again. Motivation is bullshit. Motivation is a lying, untrustworthy whore that will leave you the first chance she gets. It's about discipline and doing it whether you feel like it or not. So you're losing motivation? I don't think so. I think you're just losing purpose. You're losing sight of your purpose. Meditation is going to be very important. Also, doing it whether you feel like it or not, regardless of your mood. So forget about the concept of motivation. It really doesn't matter. Feeling like it doesn't matter. It might sound harsh, but it's true. How many of you train when you don't feel like it? How many of you train when you don't feel like it and have amazing workouts? And that's a practice. It takes practice. You have to practice training when you don't feel like it. And with practice comes improvement. You'll get better at training when you don't feel like it. And then when you don't feel like it in the future, you say, I've been here before. I'm going to have an amazing workout like I did last time when I didn't feel like it. So it's practice. When you said, I'm losing motivation on my will to go on with diet. So let's translate that to diet. If you are losing motivation with your diet, you're not eating the right foods. You're just not. You're just not. You're doing some sort of restriction. You're not getting the micronutrients you need. You're not eating nutrient-dense food, grass-fed beef, organ meats, fruit, real food, maybe some chicken and turkey if you get pastured and soy and corn-free, pastured eggs. If you're getting nutrient-dense food, you're not going to need motivation to eat really delicious, amazing nutrient-dense food. For people that are losing motivation with diet, it's because you're restricting. You're eating chicken and fucking broccoli. You're eating bland, or eating kale or some bland, nasty shit. Of course you're going to lose motivation. Who the fuck wants to eat grass anyway? So if you're eating real food that's delicious and nutritious, you're not going to have to worry about feeling like it. You're going to fuel up. You're going to fuel up at a gas station. You're not going to put sugar in your gas tank just because you feel like it. You're going to put the fuel in that your car requires. If your car takes premium, you're going to put premium in. Your car takes unleaded, you're going to put unleaded in. And if you don't know, putting sugar in a gas tank will fuck your shit up. Just like putting sugar in your body will fuck your shit up. And I'm talking about processed sugar. I'm not talking about eating an apple. I'm not talking about eating a banana or something of that sort. So get your proteins, get your fats in. All right. But again, motivation to keep on a diet. And everyone has a diet. Just don't use it as a term of, if it's a restrictive diet, then you're not eating properly, because your nutrition should be restrictive. It should be nutrient dense. It should be in abundance. Stephanie, any recommendations on where to get blue light blocking glasses? I usually just turn off the lights at night. You can get the orange ones. You can get certain ones on Amazon. You can get, I think Blue Blocks is a company, no affiliation, no sponsorship, but I've heard that term, but I don't have a pair of those. So if you're in a work environment where you have a lot of fluorescent light, I would definitely recommend something like that. You're probably not going to want to have, let's say, the whole yellow, lenses on. That might be uncomfortable for a long duration, or you might not be able to see colors that you might need to. But there's a bunch of other companies. I can't think of more off the top of my head, but I would just do a Google search and look up different reviews and things for blue light blocking glasses. And of course, it might depend on if you want prescription ones or if you want certain frames, and that's important to you. But at night, just turn on some red lights. You can get different red light bulbs that you can put on at night, put the lights on close to the ground. That's what we do. We have red lights in the bedroom. We have red lights in the kitchen area. We try to turn off all the blue lights and things like that at night. So I guess it depends a little bit on the context of where you are looking for. Ryan, Papa Soy, what nonfiction books do you recommend? We have some in the book club. If you log into your account right there at the top, click on the link, Papa Swolio's book club, you'll see the list of books, a bunch of books. I don't think I've added all of them, but it depends on what kind of books you're looking for. Atomic Habits is great. 48 Laws of Power is great. There are great books on Bitcoin if you're interested in that. Power of Tomorrow is fantastic. Oh, Price of Tomorrow, not Power of Tomorrow. Price of Tomorrow is fantastic. So it depends on what kind of books you're interested in. We talk a lot about the science fiction books here because that's what I really like to read. Otherwise, I have to remember because I do a lot of audiobooks and things of that sort for nonfiction books. But I have a big list there, so I would go to that and check it out. A couple things off the top of my head that you might like. Let's see here. Vinny Papasolio doing some resistance chords while watching. Any good ab exercise suggestions? Much love, Papa. Resistance bands? Any ab exercise suggestions? You could do rotations with bands. You could do planks. You can do, if you have ab rollouts, you have an ab wheel. Those are fantastic. You have a kettlebell. Turkish get-ups are great. But if you're just talking about with bands, doing some rotation movements is really important. Rotation movements, most people get injured in the transverse or the horizontal plane. Same thing, transverse plane, horizontal plane. Most people get injured there. So I would make sure you're training that mechanism. All right, we have P3S4 for the card today. Make sure you drop it in the comments. That's to honor today's drop of Papa Swolio's signature series. Reminder, that is available until midnight tonight, and then it disappears forever. SwoleNormousX.com/signature. Jump on that shit. Don't miss out. Giovanni, what brand of organ supplements do you recommend? Sometimes I don't have time to get the real deal, so I want to get an alternative when I'm on the go. Thanks in advance. I would check out Heart and Soil or Ancestral Supplements, or just go on Amazon. There's a ton of grass-fed and grass-finished organ supplements. So you can opt for other ones if you see a better price or something that is interesting to you. There are different blends of organ supplements. I would recommend mostly to go for a liver supplement. Liver, bone marrow, heart, those are really good combinations. You can also get ones with pancreas and kidney and spleen. So it depends on what you're trying to, what you're really trying to focus more on. But in terms of eating the raw or the real organs, liver for sure. Liver is the most important. And liver, heart, bone marrow are the things that I personally focus on the most. All right, Scott. Trying to implement PT requirements in my department. To implement PT requirements, any key arguing points that come to your mind other than safety for fellow officers? Need ammo to pitch this. So what are you're looking for arguing points to not be a fat fuck that can't defend themselves? Or what? It's kind of scary that has to be something that needs an argument. It sounds like it argues itself. Key arguing points that come to your mind other than safety for fellow officers. I mean, I think all officers should be in great fucking shape, lifting weights, jujitsu for sure. I don't personally practice, but I think law enforcement, that's a hands down slam dunk, whether it's jujitsu and judo. Be amazing for police and for law enforcement. Key arguing points. Yeah, you don't want to have a fucking heart attack on the job or have a heart attack, period. You want to be strong enough to handle your position. All the shit and all the gear and the full-size Glocks and stuff you guys wear on your belt, it's going to be a lot lighter if you're strong. God, I would never want to have a partner that is a fat, lazy fuck. That puts you at jeopardy. Yeah. Arguing points? It's disgusting and disgraceful if you are a law enforcement officer and you don't take care of your health. How are you going to enforce the law if you can't enforce your fat gut? Right? Let's get a little America for that one.
America! Fuck yeah! Shame. Shame. Shame.
Saying, Papa Swole, is overloading your nervous system a real thing? Or is it bro science? I felt it, but I'm wondering if it was in my head. In what sense? I mean, there's a lot of different ways to overload your nervous system. Physically, psychologically. And what do you mean by overload? Yeah, Breathe is a deep read. Do you mean The Art of the Breath by James Nestor? That's a great book too. That's another one. Yeah, getting back to the books. I just don't remember all of them on the top of my head, but that's why we have the list there, so I can put them there. Okay, Nick, story. Papa Solia, what workouts would you suggest to specifically target lower back? I'm new here, discovered your channel a few days ago and love your no bullshit approach to health. Thank you. Yeah, Jefferson curls, back hyperextensions, glute activation exercises, lengthening and strengthening your hip flexors. Standing leg raises are fantastic, whether with a monkey foot or your foot in a kettlebell or strapping a dumbbell to your foot or an ankle weight. Those are excellent. Those are just some ideas. Floor cobras are excellent. Yoga is fantastic. The lower back is an interesting area because a lot of the impairments come from weak glutes or weak hip flexors, and then the lower back is compromised. So make sure to strengthen all the areas around your hips as well. Heidi, Papa Swole, what are your thoughts on dyes in food? My fruit punch, no sugar electrolyte powder is red, and I'm starting to think it's not as healthy as I thought it might be. You mean like red 40 and stuff? I would avoid that like the plague, personally. I am not a fan. A lot of those have been shown to have nasty side effects, whether it's gut disruption or haven't they attributed artificial food colorings and dyes to like attention issues and neurological issues in children? Yeah, it's not good stuff. I've made red 40 lake in a chemistry lab, and it was like you had to use it you have to make it with aluminum or something. It was fucking gross. I remember seeing that. Holy shit. Yeah. Makes you think twice. Maybe watch some videos on how it's made, and then you'll be like, okay, I'm not eating that shit anymore. For an electrolyte powder, you don't need any flavorings. You don't need stevia or these artificial sweeteners. You don't. In terms of like Element or Relight, just get the unflavored version. But it tastes salty. No shit. You're drinking fucking salt. You don't say. You don't say. I'm not talking to you, Heidi, but anyone else like,
Matt Damon.
Electrolytes taste salty. Yeah, you jabroni. Of course it tastes salty. You're fucking drinking salt. Fucking slap you across the face. Oh, all right. Let's take a call. This one is from Adithya. Hopefully you say your name in this because I'm not sure exactly, but let's see what you got.
Hi, Papa Swole. I hope you are doing well and all your family members and friends and loved ones are doing well. Thank you for inspiring people.
Thanks, man.
To go to the gym through your Instagram. One question is, do you think people with osteoarthritis or any joint issues can lift heavy weights and do heavy squats?
Okay, just making sure that wasn't over yet. You say osteoarthritis? I think a lot of these autoimmune issues, of course, it depends on, the cause. A lot of osteoarthritis comes from lifestyle habits or repetitive movements, wearing down at certain areas of the joints. So one, I would look personally, not a doctor, not medical advice. Personally, I would recommend looking into the nutrition, making sure you're not eating foods that cause, inflammation, that trigger these types of responses in your body that exacerbate inflammation. Because you might not have technically arthritis, but a lot of you understand if you have milk or you have grains, like gluten is a big one or wheat is a big one, and you'll have joint pain just from eating. And you don't have technically arthritis, but you'll have joint pain or aches or you feel stiff because your body is dealing with an autoimmune response as a result of eating foods that are getting to the bloodstream that your body is attacking, like an invading cell, for example, or a virus kind of thing. So do I think they should be doing heavy squats? I think there's different types of pain and discomfort. So a couple things that I will say. One, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Squatting, bending, like getting down, getting back up, that's one of the most fundamental things you could do as a human being. So for me, common sense will say, fuck whatever issue you have, you need to maintain that ability to get down and get back up as long as you can. Unless you're not planning on taking a shit for the rest of your life, or you want someone's going to be wiping your ass for you. Like you drop something on the ground, you're not going to bend down and pick it up. So in terms of going heavy for heavy squats, it all depends on, the severity of the concern, the severity of the issue, what the form is like, things in terms of knees, depending on, I don't think he mentioned exactly where the arthritis or where the issues were, but I would recommend things like reverse sled flushing, getting a lot of fluids and getting a lot of blood flow down into the knee joint, into the knee area. So reverse pulls on a sled, doing things like that we have in our ankle, knee, and hip mobility master classes, practicing yoga and mobility movements. But again, that plus narrowing down and eliminating foods that might be causing inflammation. So the nutrition and practicing mobility. Now, mobility is not the same thing as yoga. So pillar number 5 is mobility, but yoga is within that umbrella. So it's not just mobility. Mobility is strength training through a full range of motion. Yoga is under the umbrella of mobility. The way we treat yoga, the way we approach yoga from a physical movement standpoint, of course, you can get very spiritual, and that's a whole other ball of wax. But we're talking mobility from the standpoint of strength through a full range of motion. So that's very important. And you can build a lot of this back up, but understand that the joints, when it comes to ligaments, tendons, the joints and the joint capsule get very poor blood flow. So it's very important to build up that kind of integrity over time. And again, if you don't use it, you lose it. So don't let that fall by the wayside. And if you're just dealing with inflammation, you're not fixing and solving the problem and just trying to load up some weight, yeah, you might have discomfort and pain. That's why improving mobility and focusing in on maybe some other areas that will decrease that inflammation and discomfort can potentially move you in the right direction. So I wish you the best. Thank you for the question. If you want to submit a question, ask papaswolio.com and submit your question. All right. Let's see here. We'll see if we get a few more questions. I see a bunch. I always want to get to all of them. So if I don't get to your question, I apologize. So I'm scrolling back up, and I'm going to try to catch up to the newer question. We'll take one or two more. Rihanna, would having a treadmill at a standing desk be overrated as a supplemental thing or no? Overrated? I don't think it's overrated. Some people really like them, like having one of those little floor treadmills. I don't think it's overrated or underrated. I just think it's rated. I mean, it's a good way to keep moving. I mean, don't think it's going to be like, wow, I'm going to shred all this fat. It keeps you moving so you're not standing in one spot. People do these things. They have balance boards, or they have little things like they can move, because just standing in one spot isn't that comfortable either. So a lot of people think, I'll get a standing desk and then everything will be better. But it's really uncomfortable just to stand in one place. So it's nice to do something, whether you have a foot massager or you have a balance board or something like that. So yeah, if you're there at a long time, walking nice and slow and consistent, I don't think it's overrated. I just think it's a good idea. If you have to be at a computer for a long time, yeah, could be a good thing to invest in. All right, let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Grizzly, what are your thoughts on Andrew Tate being kicked off basically every platform? Well, I think censorship is real, and I think anytime you see someone getting kicked off a platform, you should, like the Eye of Sauron, you should look and see what they're saying. Because if you're getting kicked off a platform, you're saying something that someone doesn't like. And he says a lot of stuff that's based as fuck, and he says a lot of things that people aren't going to agree with. So the fucked up thing is he's as welcome to his opinions as you or me. And I think getting kicked off is just a weak ass fucking excuse. People are just following their political or social narratives, or someone complained, or someone didn't like what he said, or hurt their fucking feelings. Well, you know what we say here, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
I think you should be able to say whatever you want. I think even categorizing anything as hate speech is censorship, because, right, hate speech is just things that you don't like. So what do you determine as hate speech? I mean, there are things that are nowhere close to what should actually be considered hate speech, but of course, who makes the rules? So if you're going to say there is such a thing as hate speech, who is defining what that is? And that's a slippery slope. So I think even determining things or flagging things as hate speech or bullying and harassment, all that stuff is an encroachment and is a assault on free speech in the First Amendment. So I really do think everything should just be free for all. And if you don't like it, one, don't go online, don't look at things, or use filter. Like, I don't think it's that complicated. I think everything should be a free for all. I think it should be complete free speech. And I think what these apps can do is have different options. You could have a level 1, 2, or 3. So let's say you're on Twitter or you're on Instagram and you're very sensitive, or you have like kids are using it, which they shouldn't fucking be using it. But let's just say you put on, like we used to have ratings for movies. Then you click the G and you get shown like Disney type shit, which is grooming your kids anyway, but you get the point, right? I mean, you get the point. You can't,
attacks
you can't
on me,
win.
quite frankly, are attacks on
You get the point.
science.
You get cartoons or something. And then if you want to see everything, then you do, I don't know, level 1, like, DEFCON 1, you just get everything. You can do that now. If you don't want to see certain things or certain comments, then you can censor certain words. So censor words. You could say, hey, ban hate speech. Here's what words will be banned if you put this censor on. And then you won't be fed anything on the internet that has those words. I don't think that's a big deal. Then the user, when you sign up for the app, it'll give you an option. Hey, what level would you like to see? Do you want a free-for-all? Do you want this? And then you can choose, and then if someone says a naughty word, that post will be filtered out and it won't be shown to you. And then people don't get censored. You can censor it yourself. If you don't want to see it, then you don't have to. Or stay off the fucking internet. You're too sensitive and you can't handle it. You're emotionally immature and you take words personally that gets put online, or someone has a fucking opinion, you get offended. Then don't fucking listen to it, you idiots.
We choose truth over facts.
So I think it's no good. I think it's no good. We'll see how that goes. Rihanna, would overall fatigue be a sign of electrolyte issue? Yeah, for sure. If you are feeling chronically fatigued, it could be low iron levels. It could be lack of sleep. It could be lack of hydration, period. But electrolyte consumption, that's a component of hydration or being properly hydrated. So yeah, having low electrolyte balance could be an issue. Ryan, what are your thoughts on magnesium powder to help before bed? Yeah, I'd be careful. Just standard electrolytes like magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate is great before bed. There's different types of magnesium. A magnesium oil spray could be beneficial to you as well. But if you're having trouble relaxing before bed, I don't think personally a magnesium supplement you're going to take and be like, now I feel completely relaxed. Oh, you're awake. Hello, cutie. Hold on, I'm going to take off your little cat harness. Okay. Can't have you shaking. That was loud. You're awake. Cutie pie. Pinks and Churchill on the church perch. So I think it could be beneficial if you have low magnesium levels, but you don't want to depend on magnesium to fall asleep. It might be the habits. It might be the temperature of your room. It might be, meditation can help. It could also be something where, maybe you need a darker room. You need darker curtains, blackout curtains, things like that. All right, let's, scrolling through. Yeah, Heidi, rated G doesn't mean shit anymore with how woke the world is. There are children's shows that have multi-gender brainwashing nonsense. I agree, which is kind of funny. I said that, like, hey, you can watch Disney. I'm like, well, that's not really a...
Look at her. She's
really a good thing.
19 years old, sitting there like a little lady with her legs crossed.
That doesn't really work. That doesn't really work anymore. But you get my point. That's what I think about. I just think it's simple. So, for example, I don't want people posting stupid shit in my comments or if I'm doing ads or something like that. So I'll type in certain words that get blocked. So if someone leaves a stupid comment that's like, you fucker, it just doesn't show up automatically. Bingo, problem solved. If you want someone to call you poo-poo head, then type in poo-poo head. And then let's say everyone's like, you're a poo-poo head. It'll just automatically block the word poo-poo head and you won't see any comments that have the word poo-poo head. Oh my God, problem fucking solved. Why is everyone such a whiny beesh about it? Speaking of whiny beesh, let's go balls deep.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
All right.
That's deep.
Yes. P3S4, drop in the comments. Thank you, everyone. Reminder, if you want to submit a question, make sure that you go to askpapasolio.com and submit a question. You can do that. Record your question, speak it, be articulate, and you won't have any character limitations, 30 seconds. Submit your question to be featured on the show. And it's great if you can't catch it live, you can submit your question and then we'll get to it in an upcoming episode. Super awesome. All right. Reminder, P3S4, today is the day. It's episode 23 hundo. So today is the date of our signature series. So if you have not yet picked up your mystery Signature Series. Head on over to swolenormousx.com/signature. That's swolenormousx.com/signature to get it. And it goes until midnight tonight, and then it's gone. Midnight tonight. Midnight tonight. And then it's over. It's gone. Never to be seen again. But then we go on to P3S5. And a reminder that this Thursday, we have our roundtable at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We talked about it in Just the Tip. So make sure you're marking your calendar for that for members. So we'll be private on Thursday. But rather than complain like, oh my God, Papa Swole, you're going to have another private episode. Yeah, we're going to have a private episode. But it's going to be for fucking the Swole fam. And we're going to have a group call. And it's going to be awesome. And the roundtable's the tits. And don't forget, when you join, you get access to all the previous roundtables so you can catch up. Is there a video here? Is it the video? So yeah, I thought this was, people are going to say it's shameful. People are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I thought it was funny as fuck just because I have a sick sense of humor in the best possible way, in my opinion. It's my sense of humor, and I'm going to laugh at whatever the fuck I want. But I thought this was funny, the way people get angry at this, because apparently all the kids were doing this. And of course, the camera's going to pick up on this one thing. So I don't know if you guys saw this in the news, but a black Little League World Series player's hair is filled with cotton by his teammates. Officials say prank was not racially motivated, but critics slam coaches and parents, as of course they will. Now, if you've ever been a child, and I think we have all been children, kids aren't racist. This isn't the brown shirts. Like, kids are not racist. Okay. They're not. I thought I was, I'm not going to go through this whole article. People are complaining. Of course they're going to complain. Everything's racist. They did this with all the kids. As far as I saw, every kid did this. Hold on a second. Yeah, here we go. Quote, as only one player appeared on the broadcast, Little League International understands that the actions shown could be perceived as racially insensitive. Considering the quote climate, it's just like, okay, if you could do one thing, they're probably going to try to make this out to be like a George Floyd fucking moment. One, the kid is sitting there, obviously letting it happen. They were pulling cotton out of dolls and putting it in, I think, every player's hair. But of course, this came on the camera. But at the same time, just the fact that the entire world or the entire media is completely obsessed with race. And we know the left is trying to keep on bringing racism back and segregate students. And it's a huge fucking problem. Okay. Like, there was a huge movement we're not going to get into the whole socialist, Marxist, oppressed narrative right now. But considering all that shit that's been going on that we've been covering here on the show, I laughed my fucking ass off, and rightfully so. This is just like, bro. And who showed this on the camera? So they showed this on the Little League World Series. So why? Anyway, Maria Rojas, I'm assuming she got offended. Yes, I saw it when the boy to his right started and got the whole team involved. That is traumatizing. And the young man looks humiliated. The ESPN announcer had the audacity to say, kids will be kids. They will be. Shameful. It's so shameful. I'm sure the kids weren't like, hey, slaves used to pick cotton. Let's put cotton in his hair. Kids are just like, I don't know. Let's put cotton in everyone's hair. Let's see. I forget where it said this. Of course, it's shameful. Everyone's looking for a reason to complain. Let's see here. The kid who has not been named looks furious in the video. He didn't look furious at all. He was just sitting there. Let's see. Yeah, so here's this part. This is what I was looking for. Despite an uproar across social media, like what the fuck else is new? An uproar on social media? You don't say. That's pretty much what defines social media. Officials assured fans that there was no ill intent behind the actions. Yeah, I'm sure these violently racist 11-year-olds and 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds were like, let's put cotton. They said other players got the same treatment, but the cameras happened to catch the black boy being targeted. No shit. No, you don't say that they singled out this one image. You don't say. Shocker that this is the only thing that you're seeing circulate. The Little League bosses have acknowledged that it, quote, could be perceived as racially insensitive. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we're not making fun of, I don't think these kids were like at the World Series. I don't think the kids on the team at the World Series were thinking, let's make fun of slavery. I don't think so. But of course, if you're only going to show that image and other kids got the same treatment, why don't show the other ones? They're probably waiting. I fucking guarantee there are probably 10 other kids that happened already. They're all white. And then, oh, wait, hold the camera. Wait for the black guy. Roll him. Wait till the whole story comes out. I thought it was funny as fuck. And it's because these kids had no idea. They weren't intending to do that at all. I saw it right away and I laughed. I'm still laughing. It's so stupid. Oh, it doesn't make it not funny. All right, pick a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Oh, this twat.
What's in the box?
I don't think I want to hear your voice today. Oh, God. Again? Oh, Jesus, gross. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's do a couple videos. Let's see how many we get to. Rob, speaking of whitey, let's go with Rob, number 4. I'm not talking about Rob being white, but you are of a lighter shade. I do declare. But speaking of cotton in people's hair, we have a video that's titled "White Supremacy in Education." So let's keep it going, fam. Let's keep it going. What we got here? I got something here.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
All right. We got some other ones. Whitey Ford. All right, here we go. White supremacy in education. Oh, yeah.
There's no way I can fit all of this in 60 seconds. I'm going to...
That's what she said. Ha ha. Well, you sure fit that septum piercing in your nose holes. That's a tiny one. Come on. I think you can get a little bit. I think you get a nicer bull ring. There. It looks like she's wearing a Little League jersey, by the way. So this is a response to a TikTok question. It says, respectfully, how are we upholding these systems as white educators? Sincerely asking. Yeah, I'm sure you are, you fucking retards. Okay, let's play it again.
There's no way I can fit all of this in 60 seconds. I'm going to tell you this. If you go to Google and literally Google, how do white women uphold systems of white supremacy in education, you will get link after link after link after link that answer the question.
So this individual just discovered Google, which, let's get a round of applause. Just discovered Google, everyone. All right, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to open up my web browser right now on the live stream. Okay? If you type in white supremacy or how people are being upheld white supremacy, let's go to google.com, google.com, and let's type in black supremacy. Black supremacy in education. Let's see how many links we get. About 33.5 million results. And guess what I see? Link after 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 link. 33.5 million. So there's that too. Congratulations on learning how to use a fucking search engine in 2022. All right, let's go.
Historically, our job as white women has been to uphold the status quo. And historically, as white women, we see ourselves as like an extension of the white man.
What?
So with that comes wanting that same power. And one of the biggest ways that we gain that power is through our tears. So when we look at that from
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Is through our tears? Did she just say tears? Are you trying to pull some white guilt bullshit? Oh, Thumbelina. All right, let's get
biggest ways that we gain that power is through our tears. So when we look at that from an educational standpoint, and I'm going to use discipline as an example because it was in the comments and it's pretty digestible. Like you can clearly see discipline when it's an example. As white teachers, when we say, oh, this student's giving me issues and they're put out of class, that fuels that school to prison pipeline, which is a white supremacist system that we are upholding. Same with other punitive discipline measures.
What? Did you say school to prison pipeline?
When we say, oh, this student's giving me issues and they're put out of class, that fuels that school to prison pipeline.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Did you just say when you put a student out of class for not, for whatever reason, did you say that fuels the school to prison pipeline? This isn't Shawshank Redemption. There's no school to prison pipeline. Nice. 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 This goes to show that, well, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. Wish your mother was pro-choice. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Here we go. Come on, we got more.
What's in the box?
Let's move on. Let's move on. We're not supposed to make sense of these things. When you hear these things and it's said by people that just don't have functioning brains, there's no debating it. There's no having a logical conversation about whatever the fuck she just said. The school to prison pipeline. I'll tell you what. If there's a school to prison pipeline, fucking Brandon's going to shut that shit down. Am I right? Or am I right? Come on, man. You get it? If you know, you know. If there's a pipeline available, he's going to shut that shit down. So don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, son. It'll be shut down soon. Don't worry about it. All right. Everyone, let's blame Ana Luisa for this eye raping that we're all going to get. Ana Luisa, number 2. Now, I know what this video is because it came across, holy spam, it came across my feed. If we have a mod in the chat, just block that person, whatever that is, the spam. We got some mods in the comments, I'm sure. All right, Ana Luisa, number 2. So this is a huge problem, Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa wants to bring number 2 to the forefront right now. But let's be nice to Ana Luisa because she doesn't know. She knows not what she chose. She knows not what she chose. So fam, if you're eating right now, or if you're going to eat, you might be fasting. I'm just warning you. If you have a sensitive stomach, if you want to consume food, if you recently consumed food, you've been forewarned. This is like a trigger warning, only we don't do these warnings often on the show. You've been warned. I feel like I'm being evaluated. Oh, you're being critiqued for sure. All right.
What's in the box?
It doesn't fit in the box. Here we go. Number 2.
That's a huge bitch.
If you're just listening, good. That was a video of Nikocado. That popped up on my, I don't know why that popped up on my Instagram feed, but it popped up on my Instagram feed. No, Instagram feed, TikTok feed. Anyone going to the fucking gym right now? Methinks yes. Let's give away this fucking Swole card. I'm done. We're done. We're fucking done. Jesus Christ. All right, fam. Let's give away the Swole card. P3S4. Oh my God. That was so disgusting. Look, fam. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched any of his content because I'm not making those, YouTube videos. I'm not looking at these videos often anymore. But that showed up on my TikTok feed, so I pulled it. I'm like, this is disgusting. His whole page, it's really grotesque. At the beginning, he was just being kind of gross and trolling for views and just being fat. This is really disgusting. He is literally going to die in the next few years. Not going to shed a tear, that's for damn sure. I mean, he's asking for it, but it's really disgusting. Super nauseating. That was one of the most, look, I don't know if it was all, because there was a little editing there. So let's be honest, he might have put all that shit in, blended it up, and then taken it out and just put in like a fruit shake, because it could have been something else. I don't necessarily believe that he actually drank that. I would believe, and that just makes it even grosser, but I also wouldn't doubt that there was like a little cut and an edit, and then he drank like some kind of like fruit shake or something like that, and he was just trolling. So it doesn't matter. It was gross either way. He's disgusting. A disgusting, disgusting individual. And Rob says he has over 1 million subscribers. Fucking sad, bro. He has like several million on multiple. I don't know. Does he still have all his YouTube accounts? I haven't gone there. He has like 3, 4, or 5 YouTube accounts where he just posts different shit. He has several with like millions. It's disgusting. Yeah, it's gross. It's fucking gross. All right, let's give away this Swole card before I vomit on the show. Here we go. Let's give this shit away. Falcon. Yeah. I feel my steak coming up a little bit. How is he still fucking alive? Preach. Jesus Christ. Like, if you didn't go to the gym today, like, y'all are going to the gym, like, right the fuck now. We got a winner, Nicole K. Congratulations. Oh, that's fantastic, Nicole. And a pretty little pupper in the avatar. Congratulations, Nicole. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 23 hundo in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations. Super awesome. Now, fam, while Nicole is frantically filling out that email, reminder, go and jump on P3S4, Papa Swolio's signature series. It ends in 5 hours. 5 horas más. You don't want to miss out on that. swolenormousx.com/signature. Most of you already picked it up already. So, the countdown hath long since begun. 5 hours remaining. Thank you, Loretta. I appreciate it. Fam, it's 2,300 episodes in a row. But we're just getting started. You all know that. It's just another day. Just another day, another brick in the wall. I demand a recount. Ah, those hanging chads. Those hanging chads. Those goddamn Dominion machines. Fucking up these Swole cards. Now and forever. Goddamn right, Frosty Balls. 2,300 episodes. And cheers to 23 hundo more. And remember, every single day matters. Episode 1284 is important. Episode 2103 was important. Episode 62 was important. If any one of those was missed, it wouldn't be 2300 today. And that's just the motherfucking truth. Still making gains, fam.
Hiya, that's great. Could you help me?
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
And just think about like workouts too, right? Think about the workouts. I'll preach in a second. Every workout's important, right? Every workout's important. You miss a workout, you make an excuse. Every single workout leads to those long-term goals. Don't be slacking.
Emotional damage.
Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
Very nice, everyone. Very nice. Ooh, I like that. I like that, Pedro. Just to think it would take nearly 100 days of day in, day out Daily Swole watching to watch all the episodes. Oh, my goodness. Facts on facts on facts. At the buzzer, we're really wrapping up, but I appreciate the super chat. I have no idea what kind of monetary system that is, CHF, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Is that like 50,000 yen? No, I appreciate it. Question, I went from 220 to 200 pounds. I want to reverse diet. My macro split is 45. We don't do macros. We're not obsessing with macros. Raphael, I recommend you go to swolenormousx.com and check out the blog at least. Learn some more about the elimination diet and our approach to fundamental nutrition. You can also download your free copy of the 7 Pillars over there at swolenormousx.com. I'll put that at the bottom of the screen. Check the show notes and links down below. It's much more important, the food quality, than the macros. From the look of it, you might want to be upping your protein and your fats. If you're trying to lose more weight and build more muscle, it's really important that you're not consuming inflammatory foods. You're focusing on all 7 pillars like sleep, hydration, proper electrolyte balance, and all those different things. So I appreciate you being here, but show up tomorrow. We'll take more questions tomorrow and more than happy to go into depth with this a little bit more. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, at the buzzer. Fam, we'll see you tomorrow for 2301. Remember, swolenormousx.com/signature. in order to jump on the signature series, and we'll be back tomorrow for 2301 on to P3S5 and on to the next hundo. Peace McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own. And I don't need Zans, I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.